Just take one more sip of coffee. I got my little notes right here. I'm gonna let my inner nerd shine through because I got like a whole graph of things that I created and that I just visualized out and that I oftentimes show our clients that work with us at the Final Girl agency as well. So I essentially wanted to, and I'm gonna get right into it, I wanted to share with you guys how to develop the right organic marketing strategy for your business. And so oftentimes I feel like that's an area of confusion for a lot of entrepreneurs throughout like different stages of their journey. And the reason I think being is that they are overwhelmed with information, right? We are oftentimes really overwhelmed with information because everyone tells us like different things of what's right in our business. And what we oftentimes forget is that we should actually pause all of the noises and we should really go inward and think more about what are the key things that are actually really essential and that are going to help me grow my business in the way that I want to grow my business. And then also, how do I see my business unfolding? There we go, unfolding in the years to come. So essentially, like there's 5 pillars to it, and it's not really pillars because a lot of them are interconnected. So just think about it like a hexagon. I don't have a hexagon with me right now, but think about it as the shape that has 5 points to it, and all the different points are connected with each other. And there's not necessarily like a step that you're starting at, but it's an ongoing process that you're going through as your business grows as well. Okay, so the first one is that you want to be doing, that I'm going to talk to you guys about, is you're going to do some competitor research. That's usually a thing that you're doing just very randomly. I would say maybe once every 6 months as you're kind of growing and continuously growing your organic marketing strategy, is you're looking at your competitors and you are trying to still not like go too deep there, because oftentimes when we're doing it and when entrepreneurs do it that haven't really fleshed out their own style and their brand yet and the way of communicating on the different social media platforms that they're choosing to be active on, then oftentimes it really kind of like distract from what it is that they should be focusing on. But it is still important to do the kind of competitor research, because for instance, let's say you want to grow a business brand, you want to be looking at where are those kind of business influencers that you're looking up to, or that you want to maybe like create your business after in a way, right? Because you're really like looking at what they're doing. Then you want to see, for instance, what they're active on. And if you're finding that, for instance, they are really super active on Instagram and you know they have great engagement on there, but they're not so active on Facebook, then there's probably a reason why. If you're seeing like over and over again for people in your field that they're active on one organic social media platform, then there's a reason why that is the case. And so you also want to make sure to really only then be active on that particular platform and choose that and really consider this one as part of your organic social media marketing strategy. And you also want to make sure that you're only picking at the beginning like about 2 platforms you're going to be active on, not too many, because you're going to spread yourself so thin. Which brings me to my next point. So the next point is then the audience research. And when we're researching our audience, right, and we're kind of like creating this character in our mind that we want to speak to all the time, we really want to make sure that we're not going for breadth and we're going for depth, right? No, that's not it. Wait, yeah, for quantity. That's what I wrote down. So we don't want to go for quantity. So I know people always asking, how do I increase my followers? How do I reach my people? And I get that. But if you have nailed really that point in building up relationships in a digital world, then you have to practice that. You should not even be focusing even at all of how I'm going to get more followers, because you wouldn't know really how to communicate with those followers on a deeper level, which is ultimately really important if you want to build up relationships that are going to bring you further in your business. Not only with, for instance, new clients and customers you're going to gain for your business, but just also for podcast interviews that you might be interviewed on, or that someone's going to offer you, they're going to invite you to summits. So it's really important to build up the relationships. Then the next point in like the hexagon that I have here, I'm very proud of this graph, by the way, is then sustainability. So here is an interesting thing. I feel like what I see a lot in the space, right? You're seeing someone who has an amazing funnel built up and they're advertising you. They're like really hitting it right on the spot. And trust me, obviously we're in the business of that too, and we're doing that. And they're having a great product, right? And you're seeing their ads all the time, and then you're thinking, hey, this is probably the right strategy for me. But what you're forgetting, and let's take the example of, for instance, maybe growing an Instagram or having a course on like Facebook Live videos, right? How to build up your audience like that, or growing a Facebook group. What you are having to think about though is educating yourself first on sort of what kind of personality type is usually active and is successful on the different platforms. The different social media platforms are like, I think of them, they are different people and they each really kind of unique, right? When you're taking, for instance, YouTube, in my mind, I see someone that is maybe a little bit nerdy. They're showing kind of like a lot of like how-to. They love to educate people on things. Whereas on Instagram, it's more about like prettiness. A lot of the times, of course, it's about now raw authenticity as well. I get it. There's this whole wave, but even that, in my opinion, is in a way manufactured. It is. And so it's interesting because you have to think about it and just get a feel for the different organic platforms that you can use, and then also go deep within yourself and become a little bit more self-aware of where you feel like you can shine, on what platform you think you can shine. There's no use in like wanting to use a platform because, you know, when you see so many other people are using it, if you are just regretting it and you're hating it, right? Because you're not gonna put the right energy behind it as well. And we're talking now, I'm being spiritual, but you're not putting the right energy behind it on really nailing that platform as well and attracting the kind of people to you that can really benefit from your business and what it is that you have to offer, right? And how you're going to change their lives. So the next point in the hexagon is going to be consistency, right? On each, if you are doing any kind of organic marketing traffic strategy, the most important thing, and you're hearing this over and over again as well, but it is really the case, is consistency. It's like with everything in life where you want to see results, long-term results. So the important thing about consistency again is, for instance, when you take YouTube, you hear people say that to grow your YouTube to fastest, you really want to post every single week. Okay, this is great, right? But if you know that, for instance, you have 4 kids that you're taking care of and you're running your business and you maybe have like a side job, a part-time job on the side, you know you can't commit to that, right? What can you commit to? Make that decision, commit to that, and be consistent. Your growth might be a little bit slower than someone else who can post twice a week on YouTube. However, if you're sticking to it and you're having the right focus, you are going to see the results still. And then the last point in the hexagon is going to be content. And with the content, again, we can go into, I'm going to talk about this in another live. There's different kind of pillars of a content strategy as well, and what a great content strategy is actually about. But in the end, when it comes to content, what I always think about is it's essentially making someone feel something in some way, and to really kind of inspire an emotion. And then in the best kind of like content inspires an emotion that causes someone to act in a certain way. And so you're grafting your content around that. And of course, in a deeper level as well, it's about like relationship building as well when we talk about that. So I think that's really important too. And then also let me know if this was valuable to you. Would like to see more videos on organic marketing strategy. Hope you're having a great day. Bye.